All right, so this is the second video regarding just kind of responding to all the comments and language that came out of the videos regarding Dalal Eid, where the Minneapolis Police Department shot a black Somali man several times, and many times actually this past Wednesday. Today's Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. So getting into, and this video is primarily for folks that consider themselves artists and for people that have just gotten into activism, or what you want to call it, pro-activism, whatever it is. This one is weird for me because I don't really necessarily know how to navigate it. So for me, as a writer, musician, and filmmaker, all of my spoken word and my art and everything that I write has been surrounding the issues of racial disparity, like all the time, and being a black person. I think Wing Young Huey wrote in Gordon Parks' book, the kind of the preface or the prelude, you know, as artists of color will forever be viewed through a prism of race before we will as an artist. And there were some people in the comments that were like, you should go back to spoken word. Activism isn't your strong suit. Somebody said, you're not a revolutionary. And I'm like, I don't think I am either. I'm just here to talk about police brutality. So it's tough for us to navigate where we assert our energy or where we say, whoa, 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 that's wrong, that shouldn't have happened. With this situation with Dalal, it's tough for people to rack their brains around the police doing better. And folks say, well, he shot, if you shoot, you're gonna get shot. And to which I say, you know, I say Jason Michael message, like every time. And people will then even come up with arguments to try to debunk that. And the idea delving into the comments and like getting into it, and you know, I usually respond with a question to some folks. And the thing that's usually lost on it is nobody ever really wants to own up to what they're saying. Because I will offer them, hey, would you like to have a filmed interview? And then they'll back out and say, no, I don't. You're the one with something to prove. And the conversation really goes nowhere. So this is kind of going two directions for this video. One is you're not going to really convince anybody in the comments. And if anybody really wanted to get at you and have a conversation, they'd DM you, they would text you, or they would email you like, hey man, what's going on? I just want to talk to you about this. And that's usually how constructive conversations have had for me. And for people that just want to sound off in the comments, it is what it is. And as much as we like to think that we can let them be, it's tough. Like this last one was tough because I wanted to hear what people thought. A lot of it was victim blaming. A lot of it was really atrocious. And then there were some people that were saying, you know, Tucson, I really appreciate your work, but you lost me here. And that sentiment was usually from white folks. It was all from white folks from what I saw. And I understand that a lot of white people in that statement of, hey, the police can do better, black folks deserve better, it was challenging white fragility, and it was challenging white privilege, and it was challenging, you know, people's whiteness and like their own feelings about it. And they push back with some, you know, hey, this is, whoa, you know, I'm hearing what you're saying before, but this is making me feel really uncomfortable. And my response to that is, yeah, deconstructing, you know, white fragility is going to be uncomfortable, like all the time. It's super uncomfortable. It's tough. And from doing forums for the past 20 years at freshman orientations around the country on racism, sexism, transphobia, substance abuse, and sexual assault, like those conversations are super uncomfortable because they're challenging your norm or the way that you view the world. And I get it. I totally understand. But there's no way that I'm going to convince you in the comments, you know, like I'll push back a little bit and give you a question, you know, and you'll come back and, you know, double down on it. And it is what it is. And this is for people that do jump in the comments and try to convince people. The only thing you can do is just speak your truth for, you know, once or twice or whatever is going to give you peace of mind, and then back out. And that's all I could really do as well. So that's that. As for being an artist and then speaking, just kind of speaking truth to power, the lot of folks that were like, you need to go back to spoken word, or some people that said that, and there's like one person. Now there's going to be like 20 popping up after this video. The issue is that if you were listening to my spoken word before, you probably weren't listening, because I've spoken on police brutality, power, rank, and white privilege, Black Lives Matter throughout my entire career. So nothing new. And if I were to go back to, spoken word and not come back to activism, folks would then on the other end say, he's being pretty quiet. The best thing that you can do as an artist and as just, I think, a human engaging in creativity and speaking truth to power is to just stand in your own authenticity. Like, always stand in that, regardless of what's going on. And it may be in art, it may be speaking to political systems, it may be speaking just as minimal as speaking truth to power. Just stand in your own authenticity and stay there. And folks try to pull you out and whatnot. It is what it is, but art's gonna come back, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Another action is gonna pop up. Unfortunately, white supremacy does not sleep, so it's gonna keep going as well, and injustice is gonna keep occurring, and you're going to have to, be willing to put that energy into that conversation whenever you feel it's appropriate for you. And for me, speaking on what happened to Dalal, I felt that it would have been a disservice to my community and to myself to not say anything. So, said something. That's that. And as I said in the last video, it's probably the last time, for some time I'm going to speak on it in these vlogs. And if you see me speaking on it again, it's going to be at a direct action. And there's a march tomorrow that I'll be going to, and there'll probably be something next weekend. Who knows? But demanding better is not a political statement. That's not even a racial justice statement. That's just demanding that the police do better. That's not a creative statement. It's not an artistic statement. So that being said, that's just the way I view it. And so being an artist, I can say that creatively to you through a song as well, and you may not hear it and say, go back to singing songs. So you can passively listen to Black Lives Matter songs and not even know it. But yeah, so I see the art and the activism and the work all in the same lane. So that's where I'm gonna keep it. And my word of encouragement to everybody is to don't read the comments. Engage with your people. I had a great conversation with one of my best friends just yesterday. We were talking about what happened on Wednesday, and we had a constructive conversation. And those are the ones that are gonna make you better, right? They're gonna educate you going forward. Like when you talk with your friends and you have disagreements and you have healthy discord, whoa, what'd you say about, what'd you mean by that? Like actual conversations without condemnation, because the comments are the comments are all for horsemen. I mean, except for stonewalling. It's criticism, defensiveness, condemnation, stonewalling. But it is all three. It is three of those for sure, and it's going to eat up your time, your energy, and your spirit, and it's not worth it. So keep doing you. Keep doing the artwork. Keep doing the work. Keep speaking truth to power. Maybe read the comments every now and then, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on who you are. And have conversations with your people. Speak with your community. Get on a Zoom call, or shout from your window down to the homie. Whatever you got to do. And really be open to it too. When somebody approaches you and wants to speak to you, take that as gold. Not in the comment section, but if somebody says, hey, whoa, what do you mean by that? Actually take that as gold. Take that as an opportunity to speak with some folks. And that's what me and one of my best friends did yesterday. They know who they are, and we're probably going to speak again because it got a little elevated at certain points, and you learn how to speak with peace and still keep folks' best interests in mind without going to the comment section. Whoa, whew, that turned into a thing. Anyways, but I hope this finds you well. I hope who's ever watching this that you continue your work. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.